Hi guys, it's your girl VD Vitruvian Doll, as known as the True V. Whoop 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 whoop. I hope you guys are having a beautiful start to your summer. It is about to begin. It's been a long time, guys, since we spoke between you and I. Yeah, so we've been doing a little bit of a food tour. So thank you again to everyone that has stayed tuned and been following my journey. And yeah, stay tuned for more, of course. So today, guys, I will be speaking to you about why it's important to always push for what you want. Right. So I'm going to go straight into it. And this may actually be hacks. So I'm going to give you guys 5 hacks. So the first hack in regards to this will be career. So why is it important to always push for what you want in regards to your career? So guys, in one of my previous videos, I've spoken on what I do and what I studied. If you haven't seen the video, yes, I'm going to tell you again, go check it out. It's called University Hit Different between 2010 and 2015. So that basically tells you what I do behind the VDTV, okay? So career-wise, guys, I will say one thing for sure is that if you do not have a driver for what you have chosen to study, for what you have chosen to pursue in the long term in terms of your profession, it's going to be hard for you to push for it. So the first thing I am going to say in regards to your career is always find what is your driver. What makes you want to pursue this career? So, for example, speaking to a random person out there, if you've chosen to be, I don't know, let's say a nurse, what is your driver to be a nurse? What has happened to you in your life, or what have you seen that has made you realize that, okay, I want to be this nurse. I want to qualify. I want to finish university. I want to get a good job. I want to pursue whatever it takes to become the best nurse and quite possibly jump up the ladder a bit, I don't know, become a specialist. People will come to you for advice. You know, whoever's in that industry, you will know what it takes to become the best nurse, right? So in regards to you making sure that you push for what you want, there has to be a driver, guys. Okay? So for your career, always make sure that when you are choosing it, whether you're just starting on your journey of becoming whoever you want to be, if you're just starting university, going back to uni, or even in college, or even if you've just got your first new job, always make sure there's a driver behind you, pushing you to fulfill that career. Okay? It is so important. And that is what's going to help you continue to push for what you want. Okay? Great. So why is it, what's the next thing? Okay, so the next thing would be in terms of finance. So guys, let's define the two. Career and finance is quite different. So when I say finance, in terms of the money that you have, finance could be separate to your career, because I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the term multiple sources, right? Yeah, you got an income coming in from here, you're doing this on the side, etc. Why is it important for you to push your finances? Okay, so I'll give you one example. Finances, or should I say money, is what makes the world, you know. So if you're trying to live a life that has purpose, that has meaning, it is important for you to focus on where your finances are coming from. And it may not necessarily mean that you need to focus on one straight path to get that. There's other ways that you could look at life and be like, okay, I'm going to use this example again. I'm a nurse, for example, and you want to pursue other things on the side, maybe do childcare. I don't know, maybe you have an interest in cooking, beauty, whatever. That is also another source of income. So that's going to come together and combined to make finance for you, right? It's going to increase your income. So to whoever may not know what finance means, it means your source of income, how much money you have, basically. Okay, so it is important for you to push to have good finances, whether you're a woman or you're a man, but especially to a man, because as we all know, finances for men, especially as leaders, is important. So always, always, always push to have good finances. Whatever you have chosen, whether that be through your career or whether that be through multiple sources, in this instance, I'm talking about multiple sources, make sure you push to have a good level of finance, okay? It's going to work wonders, all right? For a lot of people around you, especially as well. Okay, so the next thing on my list as to why it's important to push for what you want is relationships. Okay, so why is it important for you to push for what you want in a relationship? Guys, let me tell you something. You cannot live properly in this world without you being in a good relationship with someone. And I'm going to say this, it may not even be a romantic relationship. Relationships are even built in work scenarios. I don't even know. Like, relationships can be built from a random person that you met and you're transacting with on the street, or you bought something from someone. You've made a quick 2-minute relationship with them. It is important for you guys to cultivate good relationships. Why is it important for you to push for a good relationship? Okay, because without relationships, you cannot receive. And if you cannot receive in this life, then what are you doing? Or what can you be? Or what will you be able to achieve? So, to those that may be religious, if you're waiting for a blessing ain't going to drop from the sky. A blessing is going to come from another person. A blessing is going to come from another relationship. So it's important for you guys to push for good relationships. I'm not talking about making do with none of that narcissistic, you know, all over the place sort of thing. Toxic people, should I say? No, don't make do with them kind of relationships. Push to have the best relationships possible. All right? And in this instance, I may even be referring to who you're dating, who you're married to. You need to be with someone that fuels you. All right? That's the only way that you're going to be successful. All right? Okay, so. What is next? Okay, I'm going to go into friendships, guys. Why is it important for you to push for a good friendship? Well, think of it this way, guys. Apart from having relationships on a romantic level, I'm sure everyone would have friends or a friend, at least one friend, okay? It is important that at least that one friend that you have is good for you. That one friend represents you, okay? So there's another saying, which is quite traditional: show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are, right? So it's important for you to make sure you push to have the right friends. Okay, guys? Keep pushing. Push to have the right friendships. Push to have the right company, the right circle. People that represent your dream, basically. That's why it's important. Other than that, it wouldn't matter. Okay? But all of these things add up, guys, and I just want you to push for it. It's so important. Okay? All right, then. Last but not least, guys, I'll be on these quick things with you lot because, yeah, I just want you to take this and you can take your time to think about it elsewhere. Okay? Is family. Okay. All right, guys, I'm not telling anyone to get rid of any bad family members because family is blood. Well, I'd assume that is blood. I don't know who anybody is connected to at this hour, but I'm saying it is important for you to have, it is important for you to push to have the right family around you as well, because that also is in synchronous with having good relationships. If you think of it this way, families, as in people that you are related to, have a big influence on your life, even more than your relationship, even more than your friendship, and in some instances, more than your career or finances. It's important that you guys are around the right family, okay? Push to be with the right family members, okay? I'm sure when you guys have had your family gatherings, etc., gone on holidays with each other, There's always that one favorite cousin that you have, or maybe you're like besties with your elder sister. I don't know. Like, whatever it is, guys, make sure you're with the right family members. And I will say one thing for sure, not everybody is your family. And there is certain people out here that are not actually blood related and they're actually family. Identify them. Okay, guys? It's so important for you to push for that. I want everyone to ultimately push for what is essential in their life. That is what this video is about. So, as a quick recap, for these 5 essentials to push for what you want is: number 1, push for what you want in your career. Number 2, push for good finances. Number 3, push for good relationships. Number 4, push for great friendships. And lastly, number 5, push for good family members. Okay? So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Do not forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Ultimately, guys, I wish you all the best. Do not forget to stay beautiful and stay blessed.